Ever wonder how top producers create seamless dance music transitions? I used to struggle with weak drops too, until I discovered the complete process behind pro level arrangements. And I can guarantee this arrangement system will change your life. So in this video, I'll break down the full track, reveal every transition, and walk you through the exact techniques pro producers use to keep the dance floor moving. Let me show you the final results and what you will learn today. I'ma stack it all night, yeah. Drip, drip, drip. I'ma drip it all night, yeah. Cash, cash, cash. I'ma stack it all night, all night, all night, all night. If you want to get signed by top labels, play big stages, and go full-time with music, check the first video in the description, and it will show you how me and my team can help you to achieve that in just 90 days. And let's get started with the video. Transitions are the glue between sections. They signal change, build anticipation, and make the journey feel intentional. Use the 3-step Q framework, a simple way to build transitions without overthinking. Q stands for change, unite, and explode. Each tool serves one of 3 roles. Change signals a new section or shift. You can use a snare roll, drum fill, or FX hit. Unite glues sections smoothly. You can use reverse cymbals, short noises, synth fills, and so on. And explode lifts energy or creates impact. You can use rises, white noise, impacts, snare rolls, and so on. So you can see you can use same sounds for different roles. The most important thing is to understand the context. So you want to use at least one per transition, but never all 3 at once. But don't overdo it. Too many effects and your track sounds basic and amateur. Use them strategically. Even 1-bar transitions can make a section hit harder. Here's a mindset shift. Think in flow zones. Your track should feel like one continuous breath, rising, falling, rising again. When a section changes, ask yourself, is this moment flowing up, tension? Is it flowing down, release? Or does it flow through, glue? Your transitions and automations should follow this flow to create emotional momentum. Here are the key tools: filter automation on pads, synth, and bass, reverb automation on vocals, drums, and leads, delay throws on FX and leads, and volume automation to shape focus and movement. Let's break down the flow method. So for the flow direction up, the emotion is tension and anticipation, and you can use rises, open filter on sounds, add more reverb or delay, automate volume louder, and so on. For the flow direction down, the emotion is relief and the breakdown, and you can use reverb and delay tails, close filter on sounds, and volume fade out, make it more quiet. And for the flow direction through, the emotion is seamless energy. You can use reverse cymbals, short noise, and more subtle automation compared to up and down. And pro tip here, automate movement on 1 element per section. It's often enough, so you want to keep it focused. If you need more, you can add that after that. Here's a flow method timeline. When you're transitioning from intro to minimal drop, you want to have some sort of a change. So open filter on synth plus FX riser. From the minimal drop to the drop A, here we can go with unite and explode because the energy increases. So maybe a reverse cymbal and snare roll. For the drop A and bridge, it's going to be unite. There shouldn't be a lot of contrast between those 2 sections. So filter out synth and drums. Bridge to break, it's unite plus change because the vibe in the break usually changes, and we are filtering out the synths and the drums. Transition from the break to the drop B is going to be explode. This is the biggest contrast in the track, so we want to use a big riser and a snare roll, for example. And drop B to outro, it's unite because the transition has to be smoother, so filter out synths and bass smoothly. So this is just one example. Once you understand how to use different types of transitions, you can then use that in your track and make sure it fits the idea and the vibe you are going for. I will go through the track now and show you different transition types, explain the logic, and break down the elements and techniques I used for these transitions. So let's start with the first one, which is going to be in the beginning. So pay attention to every little change because this is going to teach you a lot about transitions. So this transition is a change transition. I would say change and unite. And what is happening here, I took the main vocal and I resampled one of the parts, which is just the first one. So it sounds something like this. And then I just reversed it and created this almost like a riser, but with the vocal, because I try to avoid using noises. Sometimes they can sound too generic. And the second thing is, I'm reusing the first word of the vocal and it glues everything together. And one more thing that is happening is we have the filter automation on the kick and the bass. Check it out here. And I filter automation on the bass line. So all together, really simple. This is change and unite. Let's go one more time and go to the next transition. Really cool, really natural, so make sure you try this out. Now, the next transition is going to be the break transition, also pretty much the same logic. So let's have a look at the break here. What we have is a filter automation on the bass, which cuts the low frequencies. Then we are increasing the tension with the vocal. So technically this transition, it is, I would consider this change, not so much unite. So if you listen to the effect here, it signals the change. And then let's go and listen to the vocal and everything. I'ma make the money flip. I'ma blow the check heavy like I'm dripping with a drip. Yeah, drip. I'ma drip it. All right, so check out without this or without the effect, it's not bad, but it's a little bit empty. So sometimes just one effect is more than enough. So this one sound completely changes everything. So even though this is not like a glue transition, it still glues it, but this is a change transition. Yeah, now let's have a look at the transition from the first part of the break to the second part of the break. So this one is, I would say, change and glue probably. So what is happening here? Let's solo the vocal so you can hear really well. Drip, drip, drip. I'ma drip it all night, yeah. Cash, cash, cash. I'ma stack it all night, all night, all night, all night, all night. So this vocal with delay on it, it glues the whole thing so well. And to make it even better, we have two more sounds. So one is a noise impact with the delay here, which helps to glue everything. So once we play everything together here, it all sounds very nice. And then let's see here. We have the riser, but overall really simple. One small thing that I want you to pay attention to is a little bit of reverb automation on the lead. You can see reverb automation is like the ultimate thing that you can automate, which creates a lot of tension, a lot of movement. So check it out here. Let's now go to the next section. So this one is gonna be change. This one is definitely a change transition. Check it out to how the elements are. I'ma make the money flip. I'ma blow the check heavy like I'm dripping with a drip. Yeah, drip, drip, drip. I'ma drip it all night. It also has a little bit of that explode feeling. So I would say change plus explode. Most of the times, the transitions that you're going to be doing is going to be a combination of two types. It's very rarely where it's just one. So check out this section. So we have, and then we have the impact for explosion, and then I wanted to use a siren, which really just glues everything. It creates that, it hooks you, right? With a trip, yeah, trip, I'ma trip it all night, yeah, cash, I'ma stack it all night, yeah, trip, I'ma trip it all night, yeah, cash, I'ma stack it all night. Yeah, so this is pretty much the same logic here. You can see I'm using this thing a lot. I don't mind that for now, because the track is still in the in progress. So let's go here. This is going to be the another interesting section that we want to have a look at. And after that, we're going to have the break, and I'm going to show you a little bit on the final drop. But have a look here. So this is the change section. It's definitely glue plus change. Plus, we have a little bit of delay on the main lead here, which glues the whole thing. Now let's listen to the transition here. So this one again is glue and change. Very smooth. I just love this transition type. If you have a vocal, try it out. Now we have change here, and explode. Okay, check it out. This break is the main explode section. I'ma trip it all night, yeah. Cash, I'ma stack it all night, yeah. Trip, I'ma trip it all. Make it louder. Stack it all night, yeah. Trip, I'ma trip it all night, yeah. Cash, I'ma stack it all night, yeah. Trip, I'ma trip it all night, yeah. Cash, I'ma stack it all night. Okay, and I want to show you a couple of key principles that I apply to this transition. So this is the explode transition, and have a look at the vocal. So what's happening is, because we have a lot of tension and we are introducing a lot of new elements, we need to make sure that the vocal is audible in the track. So what I'm doing is I am increasing the gain as we are going with the cash. Check it out here. Cash, I'ma stack it all night, yeah. Trip, I'ma trip it all night, yeah. Cash. Right? But if I go without it, it's gonna be a little bit too quiet. Right? So with the gain automation, you can really control the attention of the listener to make sure that, let's say, if you imagine this scene in front of you where you are working with sounds, by doing that, then you push it a little bit like up front. That's what we want to do. And the same thing with the arpeggio. I am opening the filter on the synth, I'm automating the reverb as well as on the vocal. Check it out. And then we are also automating the gain. So this is the automation. I'ma trip it all night, yeah. Cash. I'ma stack it all night, yeah. Trip. I'ma trip it all night, yeah. Cash. So you can see without it, it just drowns in the mix, which is not good because we have a lot of reverb and stuff like that. So I'm increasing the tension here with the loudness, and just to make sure our drop hits hard, what I did is I compensated for this volume automation, the gain automation, with the volume on the master, because if it gets too loud before the drop will just not hit hard, right? So I reduced about 3 dB here so that the contrast between the break, the build, and the drop is okay, right? So one more time, now that you know what's happening, I want you to listen to everything. drip. I'ma drip it all night, yeah. Cash, cash, cash. I'ma stack it. Also have a look at the bass here. Should look something like, yeah. Cash, cash, cash. I'ma stack it all night. Maybe we do something like this. I'ma stack it all night. Okay, this one is super interesting. So listen first, and then I'll break down what I did. I'ma make the money flip. I'ma blow the check heavy like I'm dripping with a drip. Yeah, I'ma make the money flip. I'ma blow the check heavy like I'm dripping with a drip. Yeah, drip. I'ma drip it. You see what just happened here? I got fucking goosebumps on my back. Like I'm loving this track so much. It was so fun producing it. So what's happening is this is a change and explode transition because I wanted this section to have the peak energy. So what you need to do is you have to understand the flow, right? So what we are doing here is we have the kick and bass. Then we have the drum fill. This is pretty interesting. So by removing elements, you will often create way more contrast in dynamics of the sound compared to adding. Then we have the same vocal reverse effect. Really cool, really natural. And then we have the hits and we have the siren. So by removing elements and then making a short pause and then introducing that, the next section, you can create such a massive impact in the next section. So now, when you know everything, check everything out and listen with more attention. Listen closely. Heavy like I'm dripping with a drip. Yeah. We can actually listen with the real phones because it's going to be a little bit more audible. Check it out here with this one. Heavy like I'm dripping with a drip. Yeah. I'ma make the money flip. I'ma blow the shit heavy like I'm dripping with a drip. Yeah. Drip. I'ma drip it all night. Yeah. Cash. I'ma stack it all night. Yeah. And then the final transition out of the track is going to be here. So we are transitioning to, we could say it's the cool down section, like whatever, but I'm using the Atmo pad, which is basically like glue and change. So this is how it sounds. Before you call it done, run the foreground, middle, and background test. Here's the mute check. Solo the foreground. Is it clear and in focus? Add drums plus bass. Does the groove support the hook? And add background textures and pads. Does it feel wide and full or cluttered? If it sounds messy, remove overlapping layers and use filter automation to carve out space and focus. And let's do the final Mona Lisa check. So we're gonna look closely at this section, and this example will teach you a lot. So we have the foreground, which is gonna be the vocal, right? Oh, out, oh, I'ma make them. Then we have the kick and the bass and drums. Oh, out, oh, I'ma make the money flip. I'ma blow the check. And you can see that we have the filter automation on this synth. So listen closely to what happens if I don't do the automation. Now the vocal and the synth, they start to fight. So the problem is we don't give enough to the vocal in terms of the space in the mix and the priority in the mix, and we don't give enough to the lead sound. So the easy fix is to, with the filter, put it a little bit back to the mix. So now the vocal is the main element, and the lead, while it's still present, it supports the vocal, but it's somewhere in the back. It does not distract you. So check it out now. I'ma make the money flip. I'ma blow the check heavy like I'm dripping with a drip. Yeah. I'ma make the money flip. I'ma blow the check heavy like I'm dripping with a drip. If you watch this video till the end, it means you're super serious about your music career. So if you want to take your career to the next level, play on the biggest stages, get signed by top labels, and go full-time with music, make sure to watch this video next here. It will show you the exact system me and my team use to help you achieve that in just 90 days.